You're listening to America's Diesel Podcast.
Are we on?
I just did the notes, Tyler. Okay, Start the episode. You're all excited. You're like, I gotta start the episode.
I'm not excited. Well, it's somewhat exciting. Okay, so finally got the toy hauler out for the weekend. Although I did not have the toy in the toy hauler this particular trip. But for my birthday, went to Wallace.
Happy birthday, by the way.
It's not my birthday anymore. But
I know.
Thank you.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah. We did an episode on my birthday. Didn't we? No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We specifically did not do an episode on your birthday
right.
as you requested. That's why we did it a day earlier.
That's right. Yeah. We talked about doing it on my birthday for a second. Anyways, got the toy hauler out for the first time this year. I'll tell you what, that added 60 horsepower from that little Edge tuner. Perfect. Love
Beautiful.
it.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
Like first of all, I think the way that my truck sits right now with my trailer with the 35s on it, it definitely made the geometry of my trailer. It feels better. Okay. I'm very curious to know on Boys Weekend when we put the side by side in there and see how it feels. But it felt great.
Good.
With the tires, my mileage, I didn't actually hand calculate it, but I filled up my truck. To the brim. Okay. A day before. So I drove to work and I think I went home for lunch. So I maybe had 50 miles. We'll just say 75 miles on the tank. Okay. Got to Wallace, which is, it's a little hilly. Around, I-90. I only burned like less than a quarter tank.
That's awesome.
Which I think is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
When I was looking at my, obviously, Lyle-meter, it said like 15.6, which I don't believe. And I know I have a 50-gallon tank, so I mean, it burned a quarter, less than a quarter of it, because we did do some driving around when we were there. But it worked out because when I got home, I was just above a half a tank after the weekend. So I think that's pretty good for a jaunt to Wallace.
Yeah.
Because it's not flat by any means.
No.
I mean, it's 4th of July pass, and then you go over like into Kellogg. So 4th of July is, kind of up there, and then you're...
I'm going to get a mileage on that right now.
Yeah, how many...
Well, I'm pretty sure that's like part of the Rockies there too,
Yeah. Well, you touch a little bit of them there. But yeah, it towed freaking awesome. Just how I wanted it to, with just a little bit more power. Like just a little bit.
75 miles one way.
75 miles one way.
So 150-mile round trip.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Right? For towing. So, and then, like I said, going up those hills, it's going to eat some fuel.
Yeah.
My truck was in regen right before I got onto I-90, and it cleared up. So the whole time it wasn't in regen, the whole trip clean. There. Dude, I'm still so amazed at how fast that thing cleans itself.
So for those of you wondering, Tyler has an Edge EZ-X on his 2021 Ram.
Yeah, and it was in the highest power level with the highest pedal sensitivity.
Yeah. Tyler's a man of the people, okay? We filmed the install on this, and before I could even get Tyler to slow down so I could film, and he's like, oh, it's already on full. I'm like, you're not even going to drive it just on? And he's like,
Nope.
Because
I know me. I know me. Like, I don't have the patience. Like, I'm going to try every pound. No, I'm not. Like, I have to be honest with myself. I'm just going to turn it up.
Yeah. Might as well just get there and get used to it.
Just get there.
Let the truck learn.
Exactly. So, but it's kind of funny because, like, in my truck, you can smell it when it's in regen.
Yeah.
And I had my wife and my mother-in-law in the truck with me and 2 dogs. And we're going up the north-south freeway, like to get onto Bigelow Gulch. And my wife's like, what's that smell? And I immediately, honestly, it smelled like almost like burnt rubber. And I was like, it kind of freaked me out for a second there. But then I always have on my page down, my DPF thing. And it just said regen. I was like, okay, it definitely smells worse when you're towing something.
It was working hard.
It was working harder. Then I was just watching it and I was like, okay, how quick is this gonna? Because I know it just started, and I swear, dude, that thing is so fast, so freaking fast. Like, I don't know if you guys understand like how slow the older trucks were.
Yeah, well, even
here's the thing: guys didn't have emissions on those trucks long enough to know
I know.
how long it took to actually clean the filters.
Well, and there were times like we would hear guys say like, I was heading home and my truck went into regen, so I had to go drive for another 45 minutes before it finished.
yeah. No,
Like that's a pain in the ass.
dude, I'd swear to you, I bet you that thing will regen if it start, because I had to get off the freeway and then get Bigelow Gulch and then I get back on until I-90. But if I was just going down the freeway, I bet you that thing will clean itself in 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, when I drove the Mega Cab, that 4th gen that we had, the Nomad XXL, when I drove that down to Colorado, where the hell did I drive? Boy, it was Billings. I went to Billings.
Yeah.
And that was the first DEF truck that I ever put any miles on.
Yeah.
And the only way I could tell that it was going through regen, and keep in mind, this is like a 2016 truck. So this is like, what was it, 9 years old now?
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's not. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 years old. Yeah. Still.
I wasn't going to do the math. I just agree with you because I figured you know the answer. Sure. Yeah. That sounds good.
Great. But like I could smell it and I thought I could hear it. Like I thought I could hear a.
Yeah. I can hear it. Well, I can feel it too because you can. There's an extra little vibration.
Yeah.
Especially when you're at a stoplight and it idles is slightly different.
It was definitely like I was on the highway for sure. Like I was probably on a 4-lane highway doing between 60 and 70 or something like that. And I remember just smelling something like.
Yeah, I could hear like the little. I think it's like the bypass valve that's like that cable open.
Yeah.
Well, you could hear that thing going. Zzz, 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 zzz. Like
maybe that's what I was hearing.
Doing that.
Maybe it wasn't it was but
yeah, probably electrical.
With all the wind noise, it sounded like a.
Yeah, but while I'm driving, I've got 2 women in the car with me, right?
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of thinking that I can do because I'm not, I'm just driving and they're doing their thing.
Just
and
shut your ears off.
Yeah. So I was thinking, Ram, they haven't done anything like Does anybody know what they're going to have for a transmission in the next year or so? Like they've talked about an Allison, they've talked about some things but nobody knows for sure, right?
No, they've been really apprehensive, nothing.
Do you know what they need to do?
Go back to a manual.
Fuck yeah, they do. Bring back the manual, but you would be badass.
10-speed.
Yeah, or like a fucking 13-speed.
I could
an actual
So the hard thing with that is if they put a 10-speed in there. A proper manual truck gearbox. As far as I don't know a lot about them, but there's a lot of like Eden 10 speeds that don't have overdrive. Is that a normal thing?
Honestly, it's been so long. I know that I don't know for sure, but I think it would be badass if they had.
I'm going to Google that right now.
If they had a more than a 6-speed manual. How cool would that be?
That would be really rad.
Bring the man back into the truck with a manual. That should be their what do you call it?
Bring the man back.
Bring the man back. Manual transmission 2024 Ram.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
While you're looking that up, you should probably knock the intro out.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, but we got all into this. Okay, yeah. If you have an Eaton 10-speed auto shift or a 10-speed manual and have 336, okay, this is probably for certain trucks, but there are overdrive Eaton transmissions. 9 is direct, 10th is 0.73.
Even would be kind of even cooler. Obviously, there's fast cars that've got high horsepower that have dual clutch transmissions. Mm-hmm. What if you had paddle shifters?
So you get that auto shift stick in there.
Yeah, but you have to shift it. Yeah. Or you can choose to, or maybe you don't. Okay, maybe you don't have to shift it, but you have the ability instead of a button. I know they already have a button. Okay, you can control your gear, but I'm talking a real
I know what you're talking about. Something you have control over.
Hell yeah! Edge Products is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to aftermarket vehicle performance.
They have tuning, intake, and exhaust packages for just about any year, make, and model of truck, making it really easy to wake what you have up and get you moving better on down the road.
And also monitoring with their Edge Insight series, probably the best monitor on the market.
Yeah, and if you've got stuff on the truck you want to monitor that maybe your stock PCM isn't, they have their EAS system, expandable accessory system, which allow you to add in just about any sensor to any temperature or pressure you have on the truck.
Yeah, and especially for you new truck owners out there, one of the most popular add-ons to do is a throttle sensitivity booster, which will drastically improve the drivability of your truck and get you feeling like you just added 100 horsepower without adding nothing at all.
So hell yeah, Edge, keep making great products, and thanks for sponsoring the show.
Woo!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is America's Diesel Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. You can find us on Google Play, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can find us by searching, guessed it, America's Diesel Podcast. Make sure and check out our Facebook group. It's America's Diesel Podcast - the group. There are 3 questions you must answer. Many right answers, many wrong answers. I'm the only one who checks that. And be warned, it is a spicy, spicy group. Tyler, reviews.
Oh, yeah. Let's keep those reviews coming in. Leave your 5-star review on any of the platforms that Ben mentioned. Screenshot that review. Send it to podcast@dieselpowerproducts.com. Make sure to include a picture of your truck and an address so we can send a decal to you that looks just like the logo on our hat. My hat.
If you need parts for your diesel pickup, make sure and check out dieselpowerproducts.com. You see that quick ship logo, it's guaranteed in stock, ready to rock. If you are placing an order online in the shipping notes section, make sure and write the word podcast, or if you're talking to a sales technician, which we have the best in the industry, make sure and let them know that you are a podcast listener. You don't really receive anything special, but you do get special treatment should something happen with your order, and we do make magic happen, I will say.
I actually talked to a podcast listener today.
Nice.
Bought a second gen, had a Smarty Touch in it, and he's getting a really weird, like, ECM is not ready for tuning error.
Oof.
So I
Does it
was
have
like,
custom tuning on it, or is it just Smarty suit?
no, it's a second gen.
We can get custom tuning for
On a second
a
gen?
Smarty Touch.
On a second gen?
Well, we sell it.
On a second gen? Are you sure?
Yeah, 98.5.
On a second gen from Calibrated Power, they make custom tuning.
I'm almost positive they do.
Corey, fact check.
really
I'm pretty
thought
sure.
I'm
I'm pretty
wrong
sure
here.
none of them mess with the. I'm pretty sure that you don't get custom tuning for a second gen on that.
Okay.
I've never heard of it. Anyways, I had him. I was like, okay, well, it could mean possibly a couple of things. I was like, hey, you should try updating it. You know, if that doesn't help, you know, let me know. I'll reach out to Smarty and we'll see if we can get it, you know, figured out for you. And I reached out to Smarty and they sent me this whole with UDC custom tuning
From Calibrated Power.
98.5
to 2018.
They actually do tuning for a second gen. Have we ever sold that?
I can look.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Wow.
There it is. Smarty using
Honey
Calibrated's
Rider.
own custom in-house ECM mapping efforts. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Hashtag Dear Tyler.
I was wrong.
Get fucked.
Fuck you.
I love you.
Go up to the power levels. Doesn't even talk about a second gen, does it?
No.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Huh. I was wrong. I'll take the hit on that, but I bet you we've never sold it for a second gen.
Probably haven't. But for those of you wondering, just because we did get a question on that in the group,
Yeah.
someone asked, like, what do we recommend as a fuel additive?
Yeah.
So for those of you listening, the ad that you skip at the beginning of the podcast every time
Is what we
that's
recommend.
the fuel additive that we recommend. It's ours.
Yeah.
Except this one.
Except on this one,
I don't think they have a fuel additive.
they don't. But like the 99 other percent of the podcast, I listen to that fuel bomb ad that everybody skips through, which I know you do because I do too.
Yeah.
That's what we recommend. Why? Because it's ours.
Yeah. Easy enough. One thing I did notice on the second gen when he sent me a picture of his screen, his dash is totally fucked. I was looking at that. I was like, wow, that is a hole. I'm going to recommend a dash cover.
Yeah, I was going to say, we had these dash covers. You should really check them out.
Like, I tried looking at the screen to try to figure out what was going on with your tuner, but I just got sucked into that giant freaking black hole in your dash.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Never safe. Never safe.
Okay, so
Anyways.
the title of this episode, I'm not sure what we're going to call it. Oh, wait, no. Corey, you have an announcement.
I got a couple, actually.
Yeah. We're getting through announcements on this one. Corey, go.
So suck it.
Yeah.
So trailer is already done.
Hell
Went and
yeah.
picked that guy up. So we got that now. New mirrors on the rig.
Those look good.
I love them.
They
Yeah.
do look fantastic.
Oh, man. And then tuning comes in tomorrow.
Right on.
Tuning. Thank you, Edge, again
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
tuning. For those of you that don't know, Edge also tunes gas engine trucks.
Yep.
Corey, you have a
I went with with the Edge Evolution for my 2500
sweet.
GMC.
I'm excited for you to put that on there and give us some results.
I'll probably bring it in Friday.
Sweet.
So
Yeah, I'm excited to hear a first impressions and then you get to tow with it in like 2 weeks.
yeah,
Oh yeah, dude.
well, week and a half.
We can have right in there.
Yeah. So
And by the time you guys hear this, this comes out the Thursday before Boys
Before,
Weekend.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
yeah, it's gonna be rad.
I'm stoked for you, man.
Yeah. So that's my updates.
Yeah. So the title of this episode, I'm not sure if we're going to keep it, but at the moment is, wow, that was easy. And it's because there are a certain amount of things that like you just hate doing on trucks.
Yeah.
Like one of mine, and it's, I've inadvertently become good at it because I hate it so much.
What is it?
Sounds
Oh,
weird, right?
well,
I can agree to this one too.
yeah. What is it?
Wiring. I hate
Really?
wiring
That's like
so
one of my
much.
favorite things.
It's actually inadvertently become something I like doing,
Yeah.
but I hate wiring so much that when I initially started having to do any sort of wiring, any sort of connecting, any sort of splicing, any sort of hunting down, covering, whatever, I hated it so much that I got so tedious at it
Yeah.
that I've inadvertently become good at it because I
Yeah.
don't want to do the job again.
Yeah. I actually enjoy that. I enjoy wiring. But one thing I hate that I will never say, like, oh, well, that was easy.
Mhm.
I hate doing steering boxes. I fucking hate them. I hate doing steering boxes.
I'd say I agree with that. Like
They're
I've-
just awkward, and you know it's like
Well, and
you're
when
doing
you
it by
go to-
yourself,
when you try and put the lines back in, you know they fit. You know the threads match up.
but you can never
You can never get
just,
them to
it's
match
like what
up.
the hell's going on here?
It's like a USB.
and
Yeah.
yeah, then you take it out.
You got to put it in the third position.
Yeah. So, I've even gone as far as to taking a line out and like checking. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
it goes right in. But when you get it up there and those, you know, their
just
lines are around,
magically
it just
changes angles.
magically doesn't freaking work. Like I can't, I hate how power steering fluid gets all over you.
Mhm.
I hate how they're heavy and awkwardly shaped. I just hate everything about them.
Well, and the way that the weight sits in the box,
Yeah.
they're awkward to lift up
Yes.
and then bolt up.
Yeah.
It's just everything about it.
I can't
sucks.
stand it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll never like it, ever, and I will never say, "Well, that was easy."
pulling a Pitman arm sucks.
Yeah, it could go flawlessly, and I would still be like, "Fucking hate steering boxes." Like I can get everything like perfect, not even get a drop of oil on me, I'll still hate them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a deep in my soul.
I think that's a pretty accurate one.
Yeah,
The I don't know if I have another one. Oh,
I've got one that I thought was going to be super hard, and then
that's
I got
right.
okay.
Yeah.
Cummins engine oil pans,
Uh-huh.
gaskets.
So as a 7.3 guy, that sounds terrifying.
It's well, it is a little terrible when you have to loosen your motor mounts and lift your engine up. Kind of, you lift it just enough, enough.
My 10,000-pound engine.
Yeah. But the first time you did one, I was like, "Are you shitting me? Like I have to unbolt the engine and like lift the engine up, and then."
Uh-huh.
But when I was done, I was like, "Wow, that wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad," which shocked me.
It was all fairly straightforward.
Yeah, because then when you get everything figured out and you get everything cleaned up and put back in and the oil pan up in there and get it all bolted down, and then you drop the engine down, it just kind of falls right back down.
Mhm.
Tighten it back up, and you're done. You're done.
The one like that for me is up pipes.
Up pipes. Anything behind the engine of a
Kinda sucks, right?
Yeah, dude.
But so I've done a few sets of up pipes now, and I will say, like at this point in my life, it's just something that I'm gonna have to do. I know, but I don't at this point anymore. I'm not like, oh, I gotta do up pipes. My life's over. Today's gonna suck. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're not that like. Do you have wobblies? Do you have extensions? Do you
Yeah.
have like flex head ratchets? Do you have flex head ratcheting wrenches
Yeah.
and some like WD-40? you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's not.
You know what's funny is when we started this episode, I was like, wow, I've got nothing to like provide to this episode. Now I'm just starting to think of all these things.
Go.
6.7 turbos. Okay. When I was taught how to do those at the dealer, there was this special wraparound wrench
Oh yeah.
to get the turbo bolts off the turbo flange.
Uh-huh.
And then a guy showed me, he's like, why are you doing it like that? Take the whole manifold out with the turbo and pull
Yeah.
the whole son of a bitch out. And then take the turbo off the mounting flange.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh my God, that's life-changing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely life-changing. The first time I did a turbo on a 6.7, I got soot in my eye and I had to go to urgent care because I couldn't fucking see out of my eye, dude. It hurt so freaking
I
bad.
bet it's abrasive.
Dude, it was so bad. It hurt for like 3 days. They gave me these like numbing eye drops. It felt amazing for like 15 minutes.
Oh.
Then I go back to work and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't, like, I was like, can I get a bottle of that stuff? They're like, no, you can't have that. I'm like, shit. Like, come on. But yeah, that's the first time I did a turbo, that's what happened to me. And I'm like, okay, I'm never doing it that way again. I'm going to pull the whole thing out with a manifold, call it a day. So much easier. And it sounds like it would be harder, but it's not.
No.
Yeah.
I remember I've advised a couple of guys on the when they've called in,
Yeah.
and it's a good opportunity for me to potentially upsell a manifold.
Yeah.
But it for not the reason of me just making more money.
Yeah.
It's usually like, hey, so you're gonna be doing a turbo, yeah? Have you ever was a manifold potentially on your mind? Like if it's like never, I don't want to do a manifold. Okay, that's fine. But
Yeah.
have you ever considered doing a manifold? Well, maybe down the line. I was like, okay, just so you know, it's probably, if you're going to be doing this, I can tell you right now, taking the turbo off with the manifold, hell of a lot better. I will say though, you have like 120,000 miles on your truck.
Yeah.
That manifold's probably not going to want to go back on.
Yeah.
Or you're going to have to rest a little bit. So
Because
if
they
you-
warp.
If you were thinking about upgrading your manifold, now is the perfect time,
Yeah.
because then you can take the manifold and the turbo off all at the same time, and you don't have to wrestle that stock manifold back on there after it's warped.
Yep.
And they're like, I'm not sure. And I'm like, I have a BD pulse hole manifold on the shelf I can ship with the turbo. It's like $495. So like,
Yeah.
is it tapped for an EGT port? Yep. And drive pressure. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys have gotten a call on 2-piece manifolds.
Yeah.
I got it in a box and it's not flat. One's twisted off to the side. Or I've even had people like, because they separate. This isn't 2 pieces. Is it supposed to just slide together like this? Like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. And they're like, well, some of them that like, they they'll put them slightly, together, but it'll like shift,
Yeah.
but it'll still be tight. Like you have to kind of hit it with a rubber mallet to get it.
Yeah. Well, it's a
Apart.
friction fit.
Yeah.
People
don't understand
I've got
that.
30 pounds of boost.
That's
on my
going to be a boost leak.
Yeah.
It's like, no. After it heats up, shit expands,
Yeah.
tightens right up. You'll be just
It'll
fine.
be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Like, sir, semi trucks have been using the same style manifold for like decades.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fine.
I promise
I
you.
promise.
Yeah. Kind of funny.
The other one, kind of like that. There was I was putting up on a pedestal. Quite literally was a pedestal with 7.3 bit.
Yeah.
Also, the Denny 60 swap I did on my OBS.
Yeah.
I
That sounds
thought-
hard.
It sounds super hard when you
Yeah.
when you tell something I did an axle swap. Everybody thinks like, oh my god,
Yeah.
welding, grinding,
Yeah.
AutoCAD or something. I don't know.
Yeah, brackets. and
Brackets,
like-
all sorts of stuff. I'm like, well, actually, it's an axle that actually already comes in that truck.
Yeah.
And as long as you spend the time to actually source the right parts.
Yeah.
Like literally, I did it by myself in my garage.
Yeah.
By myself.
This is not like when he says garage, it's not a shop.
No.
It's a literal like house garage. Like
It is technically a 2-car garage, but once you have a toolbox in there
Yeah,
and all your kids' shit, it's like a 1
Yeah.
at most.
Yeah.
Uh,
One and a motorcycle.
Barely.
Yeah.
Putting a car and a motorcycle in that garage ain't gonna happen. Like even my
Yeah.
son's Power Wheels, that's
Yeah.
gotta go in the backyard of his car in there.
Yeah.
And I like, I remember when I drove in the night, like a couple days afterwards or something like that, and because Mark had originally come over, and he helped me load the axle in the bed of the truck so we could go power wash it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, a Danny 60 is a heavy motherfucker.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I am not lifting that into the bed of my truck by myself if I can help it.
Right.
So we went and power washed and I brought it back and we installed Dynatrac ball joints in it, and then he had to leave and I was like, all right, cool. But my wife and kid at that point, I have 2 now, but they were gone for like a week or something like that. My wife, it was spring break and they were seeing their parents when basically I was home alone.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go as hard as I can on this thing. Let's see how fast I can get it in there. I don't have any, I can work on this till 2 a.m. if I want to.
Yeah.
And I ended up like Tuesday or something like that, drove it in. I can't remember for sure. But Mark was like, how did you like get the axle under there? I was like, I kicked it. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I braced myself against a jack stand
Yeah.
and I fucking kicked it with my heel.
Yeah.
How many times? A lot.
Yeah.
Well, how did you like lift it up onto the jack? Ratchet straps.
Yeah.
And then I lifted it this way. Well, how'd you get the leaf springs to line up? And all a hammer and some fucking aggression.
Yeah. Yeah. Just-
Wow. Like, yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what.
It's there.
Yeah, drive straight.
Yeah.
But I was actually, and I remember I got a big kudos from you on that when I was pretty. I'm not gonna. I was sitting pretty high on the hog after I did. I was like,
Yeah.
I need a fucking axle swap.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in all actuality, like the bolt holes were already there.
just kind of bolted up.
Just gotta bolt it up.
Yeah.
Add a bracket and bolt it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite ones. And I don't know if there's really. I mean, gears were a big one for me. You know, that was actually doing the gears. I've always wanted to do gears. I've always put gears on a pedestal when I finally did them in the rear end of that truck. I wouldn't say I'm like not scared of gears now, because obviously not every axle is the same. But the idea of setting up gears with shims and all that kind of stuff now,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, it's the principle is there.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like that's,
Yeah.
I feel like I could tackle anything at that point.
Yeah.
With those gears. I'm not saying I'm a professional by any means.
Another one I would say would be 3rd gen dashes, taking the dashes out.
Mhm.
Thought it was way harder than it actually was. Actually,
taking seats out.
oh come
Especially-
on, Ben.
No. Like it's especially on like I mean, I'm not gonna say like old trucks, but like 2000s and like early 2010s before seats got really intricate and there's like 5 harnesses going to them and shit.
Yeah.
But like when you look at a seat, if you haven't taken a bunch of seats out, you look at it and you're like, that's a huge thing. I'm not gonna be able to get that out or something like that. And then and this all stemmed from like I've taken seats out before, but even then, still, I'm kind of like, I don't feel like taking the seats out. I just don't feel like it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's especially if you've got like a middle seat that's like, you know, got the fold down middle seat. It's like all one, but I don't think they all are.
No, mine's a 40-40-20.
So it's split, but still, they're heavy as shit. And they're kind of awkward.
They're awkward. But on my F-250 that I recently got, I was like, well, I'm going to vacuum this thing because it's really dirty. And I was like, you know what? I'm at least just going to pull this seat out and see what I can find. And I pulled this seat out and it was dirty as fuck underneath. And it's like 2 torque spits and 2 like 15 millimeter nuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Well, I'm just going to do this side. And then lo and behold, like 6.5 minutes later, all the seats are out of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like heyday for vacuuming.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Yeah.
And then putting them all back in, it's like, I don't know why I was stressing about that.
Yeah.
Like, granted, you know, the driver's side is only a power seat in there.
Yeah.
And I wasn't actually stressing. I was just kind of like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But then you do it and you're like, this is fucking I can't believe I ever thought about not doing this.
Well, when I worked at the dealership, I had my 2nd gen, and I just ordered a clutch from here when I was working there, and the guy I was working next to, because I obviously I want to do it at work because I got my toolbox there,
You
a
got
lift, all that.
Yeah.
He's like, we can do it on your lunch break if you want. I'm like, do my clutch on a lunch break. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And we totally did. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, we literally knocked out a clutch in an hour on my 2nd gen.
Nice.
Like, it was epic. Like, it's just, obviously with his help, you know,
Yeah.
2 guys doing it.
Well,
but
so
to be able to knock it out on your lunch break,
That's pretty rad.
like, that was badass.
2 guys that actually know what they're doing in the right facility
Oh, God.
and that want to get it done.
Yeah, dude,
oh,
so fast.
Yeah.
It was like, I couldn't believe it. And I was like, wow, easy. No problem. That's no problem.
Yeah. Still
It's no problem.
That reminds me of 2 things. One was how good we all got at taking the 4R100 on my excursion.
I never helped you with that because I was doing my
you
suspension.
were always there for moral support.
I was there once for moral support because I was doing my coilovers in the
That's right,
EcoDiesel.
But we got really
Yeah.
good at that. And I'm not saying that, like, that's another one too, where like once you take out one transmission on a
Yeah.
vehicle, especially an automatic,
Yeah.
it's, you're like, really? There's like 8 bolts
Yeah.
and like two lines and a cross member like that and a drive shaft.
Yeah.
Potentially two like that. That's it.
Do you know what confuses the shit out of people?
What?
Is doing a clutch in a 68 or is doing a clutch in a G56 truck, taking it out.
Oh, because the dual.
Because the dual mass.
Yeah, dual mass.
Yeah. They like, get ready to pull it. And it's like, what? How do you get the flywheel off?
Yeah.
Like, there's no bolts there. It's like, it's just like a torque converter. It's just like a torque converter.
OBS guys know that feeling. They got dual mass.
Yeah. They've been doing that for years.
But the other one, oh man, I totally forgot. Oh, the GM dealership I worked at. At that time, I had my 01 Ford Ranger, and I'd blown my transfer case on it for like the third time. And I brought it because I was like, look, I've like haphazardly thrown this thing together twice so far, and I'm obviously not doing it right.
Yeah,
something's going on here because I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I was still young. I was maybe 21 at that point.
Yeah,
just turned 21, I think. And I was like, I need someone who knows more than I do on this. And I know it's a Ford part, and we work at a GM dealership, but someone in there has to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And one of the younger technicians, but still, I would say like high-ranking technician, young buck.
Yeah.
He's a couple years older than me, but young buck. He's like, I brought it in. I'm like, yeah, man. Like, I'll even, if you want to stay after hours, I'll buy you lunch, or buy you beer or something like that, whatever you want, man. He's like, that's it right there in the milk crate. Yeah. He's like, basically the same thing. He's like, oh yeah, we'll do it at lunch.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Like, we're not going to get in trouble? Because it was a union shop.
Yeah.
And they were like really strict on like not working on your own shit at certain times.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, dude. Like it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, cool. And so I go to work and everybody takes lunch at the same time. And I happened to walk back for lunch. And I'm like, all right, Chad, you ready to go? He's like, all right, I did it. I was like, what the fuck, Chad? Like, I wanted to learn. He's like, I just already did it.
Yeah, just
like,
knocked it out.
Is it fine? He's like, yeah, it's fine. It's a 1-speed transmission.
Yeah,
basically what it is. It's it's all it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. Like, do you want to check my work? Like, what do you mean?
Like, just shut up, man. It's done.
Shut up, you punk motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, Chad, like, can I buy you lunch? She's like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Like, there was just a nice, I had a lull in between. Like, he was the guy that was doing like the frame swaps and like the engines and all this other kind of stuff, like on work trucks and Corvettes.
Yeah.
And like all the Duramaxes and all that kind of stuff. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, bring me a soda.
Yeah.
Buy me a candy bar to the vending machine. I don't give a shit. Like, you're young. Like, I'm doing you a solid. I'm like, you want a hug?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man, I appreciate you. And lo and behold, that was the last time I rebuilt it.
Yeah.
And that thing lasted. I mean, I beat the shit out of that thing. Went to Pismo. It worked for me. Drove to Tahoe millions of times.
Yeah.
Still worked.
Yeah.
Probably still working to this day. I don't know where the hell that truck is now, but thanks, Chad, if you're out there.
Yeah.
I lost touch with those guys because I had no social media at that point.
Yeah.
And I don't think they did either because, I mean, this is like,
it's like MySpace era.
Tail end of MySpace. It was like 07, 08.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely did not have an Instagram, and my MySpace was still active, and I had a Facebook, but I didn't even know the password anymore because the only reason I had my Facebook at that point was because my high school girlfriend had we were still together, but she had done like a semester abroad in her first year of college or something like that.
Yeah.
And Facebook was the only way that she and I could chat because text didn't work. WhatsApp wasn't around and all other stuff.
Right.
This is back in the Stone Ages, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've always wondered how they were doing. Like, I actually went back to that dealership when I was working at Red Bull after I think it was probably 2011 or 12, and I stopped working there in 08. And there was only one guy still there that I recognized. Yeah. And it was a bummer because, I mean, the dealership sold. It's still under a family name, but like the shop sold. The foreman wasn't there anymore. Yeah. Or anything like that. And like one of the only guys there, I was like, dude, what happened to everybody?
Yeah. Like,
this used to be, there's like no one here. And he's like, dude, things have changed. Like, and I'll be honest, it's not great. Yeah. Like, we're still good. We're still making money, but like, I don't know what's happening, but it's not good right now. Because I think I told stories about this before. Like, it was like, clean cut, shirt tucked in, like no 5 o'clock shadows. Dan Gatto ran that shit like a fucking aircraft carrier. Like, he would. Yeah. I shit you not. Like, the story that I told about, like, he gave me money to get a haircut at lunch. Yeah. And he was like, don't come back unless you get a haircut. Here's $50. Keep on $50 for a haircut in 2007.
Yeah, that's
It's a lot.
yeah.
Better
Better get a massage after that one.
Yeah, crisp $50 bill.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, dude, fucking flexing. And the dude was like 5 foot nothing,
Yeah.
like a little tan Italian guy. But yeah, hope everything's going over there okay.
Yeah.
But we got next segment of this particular episode is it was Tyler's birthday, so I got him a present. I got him 3 presents actually,
Jesus Christ.
and he's gonna open them. But we also we've been going through some trials and tribulations trying to find a good air freshener because we want to have Diesel Power Products branded air fresheners.
Yeah.
And the scents that they're giving us are
Are
just like
shit.
they're shit. So Tyler, we got our second batch of options.
Yeah.
The first one I had Tyler smell and rate. The second batch I haven't smelled yet, but you have. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
because I went into Josh's office and I.
Yeah, so
but
we're gonna-
but they're not the. I mean, there's better ones, but there's nothing like leather. Like, why can't we just get a leather one? Like, they don't make leather.
They like little trees
Mahogany?
has that scent locked down, like behind. It's like tired
Okay, what about
KFC
pleather?
shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, let me get your presents real quick. Hang on.
Oh God.
I listen to those songs.
I don't even remember which one I gave you.
I can tell you. Hold on.
I wonder what this is. Okay, dude, are you the shit that you made me get? Are you serious?
Okay, so here's the thing. So these are all our Born Off-Road recovery equipment, and I'll be honest, man. I may have. Well, first off, there's a dildo.
dude.
So I may have overestimated what you needed for a soft shackle. That thing is huge. You see the braking strength on it? What's the 57,000 pound braking strength for like a 1,500 pound side by side.
Hey,
Shit ain't gonna break.
dude, you son of a bitch. Thank you.
I severely overestimated. Yeah, I didn't open that one.
Dude,
but
you're
yeah.
the man. Holy shit.
That thing's beefy, isn't it?
My lord. Born Off-Road. So this is a division of Mishimoto.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you.
Well, and open the. I haven't even looked at the rope yet. Actually, there it is.
Now I kind of hope someone gets stuck.
So we also got him a kinetic rope,
Dude, you're the man.
and they match too. I got them all blue.
Dude, I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that.
Well, you're taking me on the boys' weekend, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's
Dude,
for something like this. It's like it's a birthday present, but also like I would rather get you something cool than. And this sounds. I'm going to sound like a cheap ass here, but I'd rather get something cool like this than like, hey man, can I throw you like $20 for fuel?
yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
I would rather get something rad.
Well, this is more than $20, but dude, thank you.
Well,
this is
it's
epic.
Birthday / boys weekend, and I hope
Okay.
I hope someone gets stuck and we have to use it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I hope it's bigger than my side by side.
Dude, so those of you who have ever used a soft
Look at
shackle
that
before,
That thing's rad.
you know what we're talking about. It has like a monkey's fist knot that
So-
fits through.
Yeah, so there's a splice in the rope here, right? And so you just open it up. All right, and then when you're pulling, that cinches up and it won't go over the ball.
Yeah.
50,000 pound
Braking strength. What was the working on it? Like 15,000?
15,000, which
Yeah.
is this one's 19,000 pound. This
Well, so that's a 19,000 pound
So
braking
the-
strength, but working is 6,000.
still that is incredible for a rope that is
7/8 diameter.
7/8
no, sorry, 3/4.
3/4 inch diameter.
Yeah,
Like that's wild. This is the technology that they have in these ropes now,
yeah.
which is incredible. Man, that is awesome. Thank you. You're
Hell
the
yeah,
man.
dude. I hope. Oh, and there's a bag too. There you go.
Dude, you're
It's all
freaking
matching
awesome.
blue and all that stuff.
Dude. I told you to stop buying me fucking gifts.
Friendship. Don't worry, Corey. You're next.
I am.
Yeah. Well, not today. I got to figure something else out for you.
Dude, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
That's awesome, man.
I hope when you use it, you're like, my friend Ben. He's kind of an asshole, but he's my
No.
friend.
Now I really got to get stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding. Don't know if my side by side will play. Oh, guess what? I was talking to Dave about Boys Weekend.
Is he
And-
gonna come?
Dave said he might show up.
Yeah, he
Shut
said he
up.
was thinking about coming
Yeah.
out.
Oh, things
Saturday.
just got so much cooler.
So I told him that we would be more than likely on the trail by 10 on Saturday, which I think is a respectable time.
Totally. It's enough time to get up and get drunk and go driving.
Depending on
I mean-
when we go to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I told him that was just kind of the. He's like, well, hit me up that Friday or something, and because he was even talking about he wanted to see your
wanted to see the
he wanted to
Forerunner,
see the
yeah.
Forerunner run, and I was like, dude, perfect time, and he wanted to. God, what else he say? He wanted. I don't know what he wanted to drive, but he wanted to probably. I don't know, Mazda Grande or something, but
Something
it
like
doesn't
that, yeah.
matter.
He told
But
me the Mazda.
yeah, dude, thank you so much, man.
Dude, frick yeah, man. It's going to be rad. If Dave comes, it's going to be cool. I'm excited for that one. But I mean, either way, Boys Weekend is going to be a banger. I'm very excited. I actually just listened to the Boys Weekend episode that we had on there.
Yeah.
Because yes, I do listen to most of our episodes. But
Yeah.
Me too.
I was stoked on it.
I don't listen to any of them. I can't stand my own voice.
So next portion here is these air fresheners.
Okay.
I don't know what they're supposed to be. I saw the list of flavors, but or flavors. I'm not
Okay.
eating these things.
Since I've smelt them already,
Okay.
I know which ones that I was aiming towards.
Okay.
So I'm just going to give them to you and see if you point out the same ones that I pointed out. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't even realize
Do you-
this was a thing.
Do you want to know what it's supposed to be, or do you want to guess it first?
I don't know the. Well, I can actually wait. No, I can pull up the list of the scents they sent.
Okay. Well, they're on the.
They're on there too. Okay.
Okay. This one is supposed to be mango.
That doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell like mango.
I know. I don't know where they're getting their.
It smells like just clean soap. You know.
Yeah.
It smells like
That was one of my top 4 or top 3.
That's a good smell.
It's a good scent.
Like we would have to name it something else besides mango. We have to say like
Yeah.
it's just a scent. You know?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
not bad. Mango's good.
Orange.
I can already tell you it's gonna be shit. I hate artificial orange scents. It's like a orange Julius. It's like orange vanilla.
I thought it kind of had like a weird
Yeah.
lavender.
Lavender. Oh, God.
Lavender is a hard one for me because it's always like
That's not bad.
Okay, that was one of my top 3.
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
always like soapy to me.
You want to smell
It
it?
is soapy, but
But it's nice. It's a nice soap.
yeah, that's refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I get into a vehicle, like I don't like to be hit in the face with like lemon or something like that. But that's refreshing.
This one?
Mhm.
Rose.
Rose. Yeah. Okay, maybe I don't know what roses smell like, but it doesn't smell anything like rose. It smells good though.
That was
That's
one of
not
my
bad.
that was one of my top. It was this one, the mango, rose, and lavender were my top 3.
I can do this lavender.
Yeah, it
That's nice,
smells
isn't it?
good, but for me, as far as like my vehicle to smell like that, it'd be just a touch too feminine.
Is it? Let me.
I think it just like
Let me give it a refresh here.
like I could if I had like an RV or a fifth wheel, I would like the fifth wheel to smell like
Oh,
that.
then I would still put that in a AO like
Yes,
AOCO.
I would put that
okay.
in a pass.
Okay.
Yeah. Orange can still get fucked.
This is where shit goes off the ledge. This is Yasmin or
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Okay.
J is silent in certain cultures.
Let's smell.
Fucking, what is that?
Okay, don't ask me how or why, but that smells like a shitty massage parlor. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
Osmanthus. Don't even know what the hell that is.
Osmond. I feel like this is their I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Sounds like Tyler smelled a good one.
No.
I feel like this is their attempt at like a rustic bourbon moth bourbon like a
It smells
Sandal.
terrible to me.
it smells awful.
It smells.
I'm gonna Google this word of what it's supposed to be. I've never heard this before. OSMAM. THUS. It's a plant. A genus of about 30 species of flowering plants in the family Oleaceae. most native to Eastern Asia. That makes sense.
Asia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
like it.
If the ocean smells like this in real life, I'm never going to the ocean again.
Ocean. I can confirm it does not smell like that.
Yeah, I know. But it doesn't smell anything like the ocean. Like my favorite like scent in like laundry detergent and like dryer sheets is like fresh linen.
No,
Like
totally.
I love a fresh linen.
100%.
Like
See, this
I don't know
one
why
to
can we
me,
get a fresh linen?
this one, I would say isn't bad. Not for a car. I could see this one like honestly like RV or a trailer, like a larger open area space.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would put this one as like a. I
Maybe.
don't hate it, but
Violet.
yeah, it's gonna suck. What's it smell like? Purple. Ooh. Do I like this?
Oh my lord. Actually,
Oh, this is super entertaining for you guys listening.
Yeah.
Listening to a smell. I don't mind violet, but okay.
I think lavender and rose smell better than violet.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I keep going back and forth. Like, would I want my excursion to smell like this? No.
No, I want leather.
Exactly. I want leather.
I want leather bound books.
Yeah. Actually, I ripped the top off that one. But
This one I
I
kind of smelled
don't
again.
not like it, but for a car, no.
Sea breeze.
Sea breeze. Oh,
I smelt it again, and I'm starting to kind of maybe come around on that one.
too fruity.
Yeah, a little fruity.
Yeah, it's a little too fruity for me.
Okay. This one's called pineapple.
Oh.
Nothing like pineapple.
Nothing like pineapple.
Is that fucking pineapple?
No.
No. Not even freaking close. Like
Again,
maybe,
it does not smell bad, but for a car, no.
and it's not pineapple.
And it's not pineapple.
This one is pawpaw.
I did see this one.
It smells like an old man that shit his pants at the retirement
So
home.
pawpaw is actually a fruit. I saw this because this was on the list, and I was like, pawpaw truck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way they could see this.
Has a pungent sort of that kind of just hits you. It's very pungent.
It's like a Sour Patch Kid. At first, you're like, okay, not bad, and afterwards, like, what?
It's
the
very
fuck?
fucking. It has a weird,
It has it. Oh, the after.
like a dirty.
It
It
is
has like
so
a dirty smell to
bad.
it. Like
That's
it's
so
dirty.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Lemon. Once again, it smells like the carton that lemons are in, but it doesn't smell like lemon.
Again, like for an open area, fine, but not for a vehicle. Oh, here comes Corey with the
That's
pawpaw.
pungent, isn't it? It smells like a weird gas station that sells a lot of like incense.
Yeah.
It smells like if the Boner Pill Company made a cologne.
Yeah.
That's what it smelled like.
This is one that actually smells like the fruit, and it's cantaloupe. But I don't want that smell in my truck.
I kind of feel like that's probably the same thing for me too. Not bad.
It smells like
Again,
cantaloupe.
Like it actually really does smell like cantaloupe. That does smell like cantaloupe. I like. Got too much. Really got too much on that one.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Whew. So again, for a open area,
Yeah.
you know, like if I walked into, you know what this
A
smells like to
tiki
me?
bar.
I was gonna say if I walked into like on a wood deck and there were some drinks with umbrellas
And it smelled like
and
that.
a little bit of breeze,
Like, ooh.
not bad.
Yeah.
I'm getting day drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not no pawpaw.
Ain't no
We don't
fucking
want no
pawpaw can
pawpaw
go.
in there.
Yeah, but as far as like the smell for a vehicle, okay, so we've narrowed it down to these three. Mango, still not bad.
It should be named something other than mango.
Yeah, totally. Lavender,
But I don't mind it. It's actually
okay, and rose.
I think lavender is the closest to like a fresh linen smell,
Yeah,
and that's why I like
is.
it.
but again, none of those I would really want my vehicle to smell like.
Yeah, I know.
They're not bad.
They're
again.
better than the first batch.
Oh, the
because that
first
new
batch was
car smell
awful.
first batch was like, you mean a car that's been sitting underwater and then
Yeah,
dried out in the sun?
Well, yeah, lavender is my pick
Yeah.
out of those three.
All right. Sorry, guys, that was boring for you. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
but so
If
just
you're
so
watching, it might have been
air
entertaining.
fresheners are in the works. Also, I did see some of your comments that you are wanting us to have bigger and higher quality stickers.
Fair enough.
I'm working on it
Okay.
because I would too. Because if you guys, I don't know if you guys have been here at all, but I don't have a sticker on my vehicle.
Not yet.
Not yet. You gonna put one on there?
Yeah.
It better be on a window. Do not put it on the fucking paint. I am very particular about my stickers, just like my t-shirts and my hats. And it sounds bad, but like I have our sticker on my toolbox, and I've got a sticker like on a whole bunch of other stuff. But like as far as on my vehicle, I know it's a 20-year-old truck. It's got to be a better sticker.
Do you know what kind of sticker I wish we would make?
The die cut peel on, or like peel on, stick off, or stick on, peel
No,
off.
I want us to make a Band-Aid that says like diesel power products, like maybe like shit or something like that. So when you get a dent on your truck and you're not going to
Slap
fix
it
it,
on.
you just throw that Band-Aid on them. We had for the poker run at Roosevelt when my boat got all smashed up. There's a one guy down there made a bunch of I survived Lake Roosevelt poker run, and they were in the shape of Band-Aids. And we got one that was like this big because it blew off a piece of fiberglass on the back of my boat. And we just put it on there. I sold the boat with it on there.
And the
We
guy,
didn't fix it.
they're probably like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's history.
Yeah. Freaking Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Dent coverers.
Well, that's going to wrap this episode up, everybody.
One
Again,
second. Tyler
Oh.
gave me music
Oh,
that
he
we didn't
did.
go over
What
last
did I
week.
give you?
go. Let's get
You
this
gave
done.
me Banded Clovis
Okay. Yeah.
and Feathered Indians.
Did I give you Feathered Indians?
I did.
He
I
did.
gave Feathered
Yeah.
Oh,
Indians.
yeah. Yeah. So, Feathered Indian felt a bit too repetitive for
It
my
is a bit.
liking.
Yeah.
As far as like the music it went. Banded Clovis, I think my only issue with that is that the backbeat stayed pretty consistent as well.
Yeah, but here's a story though. He like tells a story.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But the banjo and the violin were rad
Yeah. Yeah.
for that song.
All right. Fair enough. I
Next.
don't got anything. Maybe
Yeah.
the next episode I'll look at some music and give you some more.
I'll tell you what.
You're gonna hear a lot of it Boys Weekend. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
That's fair.
Feathered Indians is one of those songs where like I did not like it at first.
Yeah.
Like I legitimately I was like, this song sucks. I like not Timmy Childers. That's what his Instagram is.
Yeah,
but
Tyler.
Tyler. I was like, I like him, but this song I don't know. I kept skipping, and finally one time I let it play through and I was like, oh, I think I do like the lyrics of this song.
Yeah.
And part of it's because like I'm sure a lot of other guys have this kind of story too, but like I was kind of a raging asshole when I met my wife.
Yeah.
Like, and part of that song when it was if I knew you were such an angel, I wouldn't have come over your house too fucked up to get back home.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing right there.
Yeah.
About that. And I was like, it ain't far off, dude.
Yeah, it ain't far
Like, and I know that song, like if you go on Instagram or like TikTok and look at it, it's nothing but like girls on boats singing that song and all this. It's like a total woo girl song, and I totally get it.
Yeah.
But that part of the song always gets me. I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
kind of an asshole.
Yeah. He's a good one.
I have a song for you two. The song is called Daddy's Cup.
I feel like I've heard this
You
before.
may have heard it. I may have played it for you before, but I actually want you to find it and listen to it all the way through. Daddy's
Is it about a full cup full of scotch?
No.
Foam
It's
cup.
by the band Drive By Truckers. I've listened to some of their other songs. Not a huge fan. They're good. They're not bad, but just the song "Daddy's Cup" is badass. It's a story song.
Okay.
But if that song doesn't make you want to just like run through a wall and like go just be better at things,
Yeah.
I don't
that
know
one.
what will, man.
All right. I'll
Yeah.
give it a shot.
Especially if you're like me. I love you, Dad. But if you're like me and you can probably count in your hands the time your dad's ever said like, "Hey, I'm proud of you, man."
Yeah.
That song will fucking nail you right in the
That's
heart.
okay.
Yeah. Keep in mind, like me and my dad have a great relationship. Yeah, I know some of my dad like he like beat my
Daddy
ass or something like
didn't
that.
care.
Yeah, dude. It's old school mentality, man.
Yeah.
You had a dad?
And there comes the dark humor. Yeah. I'm not laughing because I'm nervous. I'm laughing because it's funny.
Dude, I thought of the best comeback for when people make fun of me for not having social media. and I'm not going to say it yet, but I can't wait until I finally do. It's probably going to be like someone's going to say something. It's going to be like 50% there, like making fun of me, but I'm just going to say it. So
are you going to say, be like, damn, I pulled trigger too soon?
Yeah, probably.
He's probably going to say it during the live.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. And I appreciate all you guys.
And Ben, thank you for this monkey.
I think you do some damage. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and check us out at dieselpowerproducts.com.